Welcome back everyone. In this week's video, I'm going to break down the lighting for this shot of Kelly back here. So we're going to start off by talking about the main light. And the main light was modified for this shot with a Mola Setti Beauty Dish. This is a 28-inch or 70-centimeter modifier. Now, if you don't have one of these specialty modifiers, you could just use a small softbox or a small umbrella or a regular beauty dish. Anything that's about this size of 28 inches, 70 centimeters, could even be 1 meter, something like that. The purpose of this main light, this beauty dish, was to light the model's face and upper torso. And so I was shooting at f11 and I turned the brightness up of this modifier until her face was properly exposed. If you have a light meter, you would just place it there on the surface of the skin, point it towards the main light, and read the brightness and change the brightness of the modifier up or down until you got exactly f11. If you don't have a light meter, you can just sort of do trial and error until it looks right on the back of the camera or it looks right on the computer screen if you're tethering. But that's basically how you would do it. Here's an image that shows you just the main light alone, and of course the light coming from these movie lights in the background, but I'll get to that in just a second. The next light I want to talk about is the fill light coming in here, and this is an Elinchrom 190 centimeter deep octabox. And if I were to use my light meter again, the light from this modifier falling on her face would probably be around 5.6. What I would do on set is I would use the light meter in order to get that light metered at 2 stops under my main exposure. And then I would do some trial and error by turning the fill up or down in order to get the right detail in the shadows that I wanted. What is key here is that you want to have detail in her legs, but not too much detail. And so that's why we're using the fill light in this instance. Basically what we're doing is we're creating the same sort of effect you would get from a radial filter in Lightroom or in Capture One, and that's the main purpose. Before we move on, I just wanted to say that if you enjoy learning from me in these videos, you probably would also love learning from me on my members-only website, The Academy with John Gress. And on The Academy, you'll find longer format tutorials than what you'll find here on YouTube. You'll also get access to 2 monthly live Q&A and critique sessions, discounts on in-person workshops, and access to my members-only Facebook group. So for more information and to sign up for a 3-day free trial, just go to johngress.com/academy. Now the next light I want to talk about is the hair light back here. I've got a Shimira medium strip with a grid on it. Now the reason why there's a grid on here is so that the light from the strip box is directed only at the top of her shoulders and the back of her head and the top of her head. I don't want it spilling out onto the props or onto the background. And that's why you would use a grid in this situation. Normally when I'm setting up my hair light, I also have it 2 stops darker than my main light. I just want it to give us a little bit of sense of separation from the background. I don't want it to blast out and blow out the detail in her hair. So it's just a fine line. You want to probably shoot some test frames until you see that it's having an impact on the shot, but not having a huge impact on the shot and causing you to lose detail. The next thing I want to talk about are these movie lights back here. So I've got a Mole Richardson 407. That's a 1K constant tungsten light source with a Fresnel lens, and a 412, that's a 2K constant light source. Now these lights are having an impact on the shot and they're creating some separation there for her body and her hair. But in order to drive this home, I placed a separate strip softbox over here on camera left, and that is sort of filling out that edge from top to bottom so that there's a nice line or edge highlight on her right-hand side. Well, anyway, guys, I think that about wraps it up. If you have any questions or comments, just leave those below. And as always, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.